morning, good afternoon, and good evening. My name is Tamara Hunter, and welcome to the Let's Talk Fabulous show with Tamara. This is a show where we share our fabulous lives and dive deep in with subject matter experts. Today, we're going to be learning all about what it is to have a fabulous TV show. Have you ever thought about it? Would you like to? Let's not wait any more time. Let's talk. Today, I am joined by these amazing TV show hosts. They're not just show hosts, they are creators, they are producers, and we all have something in common. And it's one gentleman and one network. And so I'm going to kind of let him tell you all about what it is that we're going to be talking about, and then we're going to dive deep.
Hello there, how are you? My name is Aaron Hymas. I am the president of E13 TV, and I want to thank you for being a part of this programming today. When we set out 7 years ago, our mission was to create a bigger stage for creators and storytellers. And fast forward to today, we have hundreds of hours of content every single week from these amazing storytellers. And of course, you're watching some of that today. If you think that you would like to be a part of E360 TV, inquire, let us know. We would love to have a conversation and see if this is something that's for you. But bottom line is that our mission is to get that messaging out there, not from the talking heads and the media people out there, is from you, from your mouth, directly to your audience. And we stream across all these different platforms all simultaneously. And that's to give your audience that choice. If they want to watch on their 65-inch TV, cool. If they like to watch on their phone, that's fine also. If they want to watch on their laptop, on their social media account, that's great also. But either way, they can have it their way. But our bottom line mission is to get your messaging out there in front of those people, the people that matter. So I encourage you to think about doing it. And if it's something that you do want to explore more, contact me. I'd love to have a conversation with you and explore the options. But either way, thank you for being a part of this programming today. And we'll get back to the show. Thank you.
So that is the president and our fearless leader of E360 TV, of which all of these TV hosts are a part of this umbrella network. And there's so many exciting things that are taking place right now. And that's what we're going to be sharing about. In the meantime, also, I'd like to welcome all of those that are in our live studio audience. That's what we consider all of you that are here with us right now. And we would love for you to hashtag live and hashtag replay. Also, let us know you're with us and share the love. We want to welcome one of our ambassadors of our buddies, Helene Wilson, and all of the others that are with us. So let's go around and let's meet our wonderful show hosts. I have to my left, we have Diane Forster. Then we have LaWanna Bradford, Amy Joy. I love the name. It's like, okay, wait until you find out about her show. You're going to be like, oh, did she really say that? Okay. Then we have JC and Jim, JC Cooley. We have Jim Grant, and we have Dano that is joining us. So glad. What we're going to do, we're going to make this fun. anybody that comes to these shows knows that that's the whole idea. We're going to hear from each one of them, and then we're going to get like a little peek into their shows. So we're going to start with you, Diane. Diane, tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you in the world today? And what is it that your show is all about?
Hi, Tamara and everybody. I'm so excited to be here. I am in San Diego, California, and it's finally sunny here after crazy weather for almost 3 months. And my show is called I Have Today, and it's to inspire, empower, and educate women 40 and over, and it's all about the art of intentional living. And I've been on E13 TV for 3 years. I've had my show for 5 years, but I've been with the network for 3 years. And we recently just celebrated our 100th episode. So I'm so grateful to be here.
And let's see a little glimpse into her show.
Hey there, it's Diane Forster, and welcome to I Have Today, the show that inspires, educates, and empowers you. How would you like to be a better, more effective communicator to get what you want? Live intentionally. Be intentional about your life, because today is all you have. This is all you're promised, so use it wisely. You're not limited by one thing. You are multi-talented, and you are a multifaceted diamond, and you're supposed to illuminate that in all you do. Your thoughts create the way you're feeling, which is creating the way you're communicating, which is responsible for what's showing up in your life. And the thing is, as long as you know your end destination of where you want to go, you will get there. The only way you don't get there is if you quit. So that's how you do it. That is how you stay positive when you're going through hard times, okay? Trust in the law of attraction. It is a universal law. It is just so. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.
So you have today, and you are on the Fresh Shakes Live channel for now, correct?
Correct.
Okay, we're going to leave it at that for right now. We're going to go on to our next panelist, which we are now going to go to LaWanna Bradford. And LaWanna, tell us where you are today. And then I'm going to actually play your clip before we go into the names of your shows.
Thank you so much, Tamara, for having me. And to our listening audience, welcome. I am LaWanna Bradford, and I am joining you from Sierra Vista, Arizona.
And we are going to now find out a little bit more about LaWanna's shows. Yes, there's an S. Uh-oh. Let's try that one more time. Well, I don't know what is happening, but you know what we're going to do right now is we're going to improvise because this is live, guys. So you have 3 shows, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So the Power of the Pen,
Power the
Choose
Pen,
the Challenge.
Choose the Challenge. This
and
is a
your-
financial raw talk.
This is like your flagship, right? This
Yes.
one or okay, so tell us a little bit about your show, since for some reason it's meant to be that you are going to tell us live.
Certainly. Well, my shows are, they've been airing on multiple platforms for 4 to 2 years respectively, the longest being Business and Financial Raw Talk, followed by Choose the Challenge and Power the Pen. And Business and Financial Raw Talk is designed to spotlight cutting edge thought leaders, innovators when it comes to businesses and systems in order to elevate and expand our impact, in order to create economies of scale for both small businesses and big businesses. The Choose to Challenge actually was born 3 years ago out of the international Choose to Challenge movement. And I interviewed 21 women from 5 different countries. And the show was actually picked up by another network. And that actually is what started my journey in TV. And Choose to Challenge is really to challenge the impediments that are there that are preventing women from elevating to the best and highest version of themselves, whether it be systems, mindsets, institutional biases, gender inequalities. And then the final show is Power of the Pen. And that's another program that's designed to showcase women and men who have written books that are designed, again, to elevate and expand the lives of women around the world.
Thank you very much. And I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. I promise that, everybody's probably wondering, okay, what's this thing, like, okay, about Amy's show? Well, you know what? I'm going to just let it be saying, and with her video, and because it says it very clearly there. Listen for it.
Are you ready to get your shit together? Isn't that what we are all truly trying to do? In this fun, life hack-full show, we will learn together how to navigate this roller coaster called life. We, as glorious messy humans, can sit in the proverbial third car, grumpy and bored, or in the front of the roller coaster having the time of our lives. What do you choose? In this show, you can expect meaningful content and practical takeaway tools to make life easier and exceptionally more joyful. There will be epic guests who already love their lives, allowing them to share their get your shit together tips and words of wisdom. Life is too long and too short to not love your life. Welcome to Get Your Shit Together live with Amy Joy.
I love it. Okay, so how fun is your show? Tell us about it.
Very fun. I think life is too long and too short to not love our lives. And the show is full of nuggets and tips and tricks and life hacks to make us enjoy our life just a little more. And we have a lot of fun doing it.
And you were on tell us about what channel you're on.
So I'm on the Amazing Trajectory TV channel, and it's all about really great content where we're having a direction and it's changing the trajectory of our life.
I love it. I love it. Okay. And how long have you had your show on that network?
Well, I am the new kid on the block. I'm on episode 17 on Thursday. Yay!
Yay! I mean, what do you guys say to that? Good job and welcome. And okay, so we're going to be coming back to all of our show hosts and asking the obvious questions. And of course, everybody's going to be wanting to know more about you. But one other thing you didn't mention, where are you in the world today?
Well, clearly I'm not in snow country. I am from Los Cabos, Mexico. I've lived here for 15 years. This is my amazing home, and I'm so grateful to be here in Mexico.
I love it. I love it. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. And what fun is this? Okay, we are going on to our next panelist. We have Jim Grant with us. And Jim, where are you today?
I'm in Brenham, Texas, the home of Bluebell ice cream. You may have heard of it. It is the home.
I did not know that is the home of Bluebell ice cream.
I didn't either until I moved here.
And you have a show on E13 TV. Tell us about it.
The Messages of Inspirational Stories is a show that I love doing. And the thing about doing any TV show, your audience is a true reflection of your personality, what's in your heart. On Mondays, we have a special daily program about expanding your business because I have a passion for business. I used to own a manufacturing business, so that's part of my passion. Tuesdays is finding health naturally. I got a big investment in that after my heart attack and open heart surgery. And Wednesdays is dedicated to mentoring our youth, because all of these topics are very, very important to me. They were instrumental at some point or another in my life, and I want to take that message out to the TV land and to others. On Thursdays, well, pets we love. I'm an animal lover. And then on Friday, we wrap it up with women in leadership, because I've had a lot of strong ladies in my life, friends, mentors that have helped make me and shape me and give me some wise advice in my hour of need. So that's my way of paying, giving back to society. And I think that's very important when you put on a show. Make sure your focus is not on you, but what you're delivering. I call it infotainment. And that's just the way that, the show is done all the way around.
Love it, love it. We have a little bit of a clip for what it is that is the entry for your show.
E13 TV proudly presents Messages of Inspirational Stories TV show. Live streaming now to millions of devices around the world on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Android TV, YouTube Live, Facebook live streaming. Our shows are available video on demand on these channels. And we broadcast daily, Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on these channels. On Mondays, expanding your business. Tuesdays, finding health naturally. Wednesdays, mentoring our youth. Thursdays, pets we love. And on Fridays, women in leadership. Brought to you by our producers and hosts, Jim Grant and Donna Guinois. Along with our host, Beata Severin Reed and Emerson Brantley. Supported by our admin team of Michaela Vidal and Gaia Guinois Balconi Leda.
And you are on the Positive Vibration channel. And the big take home here is, yes, guys, they are live 5 days a week. That is quite a commitment for a streaming show. So welcome. We're so glad that you're here. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to have a question. How do you keep your guests straight and such things like that? So we'll be coming back to you, Jim. Okay, we're next meeting JC Cooley. Woohoo, Dr. James. And I was on your show not long ago. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to share your intro. And then we're going to hear a little bit more about it all, because there's so many different components going on with yours. Here we go. So dream big, think big, be big, And the thing that I want to really drive home, guys, is that JC Cooley Foundation. You have your show being sponsored by a nonprofit foundation, don't you? Let's talk about that.
Yes, I do. Hey, it's an absolute pleasure being here with this great all-star of a cast, and just so happy to be here. The name of my show is It's Your Life, because it encompasses everything that we do in life, the trials and tribulations, the issues, the concern, the things that we don't want to share, don't want to talk about. And it encompasses all of these things. Primarily, though, my vision, and it always have been, is to make sure that we educate our youth and young adults, give them a proper foundation and skill sets, because they are future leaders of tomorrow. And we have to do everything as leaders today to ensure that we sow into them, because someone sold into us. And that's what It's Your Life is all about, is being able to do that and work with our youth and young adults, not just on television, not just on radio, all that, but also showing up at schools, showing up at churches, showing up in communities. I mean, just talking to them one-on-one, mentorship is the most important thing, I think. So that's what my show is all about. And it encompasses, just like I said, not just 30 to 35 to just that. We get as low as the 8, 9, 10-year-olds all the way up to 80. I mean, so, and I've been doing this, especially on radio, national radio show, airs out of San Diego, or actually across the country, but KCBQ. I know, Diana, you're there, KCBQ FM 1170, FM 96.1, and just on a lot of different networks. But it's just being able to get out there and reach people, show them that you care, show them that there is somebody out there that might have went through some of the same things that they might have went through in life, and there's always a way out of it. So
I love it. And you can be found on the Positive Vibration channel. Okay, you guys, I think those people that are watching right now and may not quite understand, you might be on social media, you may not be on the E360 platform, and understand that these channels that we are talking about have unique names. Yes, that's how you find us. This is the wild west of streaming TV. And if you are thinking about having your own show, you can get in on the ground floor still. And it's so cool because we have those up and coming, if you will. Also, I mean, I just have to say up and coming because you are such, I mean, look, you've been around now for a while, Dano, but I have to say, you are like that next generation of TV hosts and such things. And you are in your 3rd season. How exciting is that? So welcome, Dano. We want to say, you know what? Hats off to you. And let's play your intro real quick. And so people get an idea of who Dano is. And then we're going to hear from you, because that comes straight after JC. Dr. James goes straight into Dano. And yes, we're painting a picture for all of you out there that, yes, you too can have a show. Why would you want to? Get a pen and paper out and be writing that down. What is your inspiration? And let's watch this intro.
I absolutely love the work that you're doing on this planet, brother.
You have a way to bring out some really important questions.
That's what the show is all about.
Dano, you always provide value, and I follow your show. You provide value, and that's really what it's about.
Then everything you do is valuable. You're enriching your life and other people's, even if you don't even know.
A weekly dose of Dano. I love the name. Definitely love the name. And you are on the trajectory, similar to as our. You guys have such cool names also on your the shows on your platform and everything. So welcome, Dano. Where are you in the world today?
So first and foremost, thank you for having me on and to be a part of this all-star roster, like James Cooley said. But right now we are in Philadelphia, just right outside of Philadelphia. Warm weather, feeling great today. Positive vibes going on. What's going on, everybody? So that's where we are.
I love it. Okay, I'm sorry. I just have to ask because we've got different generational things going on here. I'm just going to be real because anybody that's watching us, this is TV, so you can see us. All right. So how old are you? Do you mind me asking that?
Yeah, I'm 26 years old. I started the show at around 23, 24, somewhere around there.
I cannot tell you how big of a fan I am of that. I mean, you guys, I don't know if you want to put your hands together with me, but I'm like clapping because if you have a desire right now to get on TV and have a show, there's no reason not to, right? Isn't that what was your inspiration to have a weekly dose of Dano?
Well, I don't want to make this too long, but the whole premise started actually before I even had a show. It was at the height of the pandemic where everybody was locked in, and I was just scrolling news story after news story. And this was actually, I hope it's not TMI, but I was in the bathroom and I was scrolling, and it was just negative news story after negative news story. So I actually did Instagram segments in the beginning, and that was called Daily Dose, where the first half would be a positive news segment. And the second half would be, a happy, rewarding tip on how to live, a happier life. And one of the producers, Lauren Harris, saw it. And he said, hey, do you want to have your own television show on E360? And I said, oh, heck no. I don't want to do that because if I mess up, then everybody's going to see, make fun of me or whatever. And eventually I got over it. And that's how I came to E360, right after, the lockdowns got over. So, yeah, it all started with, one thing that you didn't know where it was going to lead to. I just had fun doing it. And here we are today. I'm actually a producer for E360 as well.
I was actually going to bring that up. You actually, at the very last minute, we didn't know if you were going to be able to be on this panel because you were maybe going to have to go out on assignment for the network, correct?
Yeah, definitely. There was an event that was in Texas that, ended up not transpiring the way that I thought it was going to work out. And notice how it didn't say, in a negative fashion, because everything that happens serves us for our highest good, just like being here for today. So, thank you, Tamara, for having this. And everybody, give yourself a round of applause because right now, think about it. We're here in this moment of time of space and history, and we're all coming together for a greater purpose that's bigger than ourselves and to help other people understand whatever it is. If you want to have a television show, if you want to, go start a new business, or if you want to go mentor anybody, whatever it is that you decide, you have the capacity to do it at the best level, even greater than anything you could have ever even thought about.
I love it. Very well said. Very well said. And that goes into what it is that I want to offer now for all of you. Just put your hand up and we'll kind of go down the line from there. Is we now heard from Dano how it is and when it is that he was inspired and who it is that recruited him into having his own show. However, and I love the way you put it there, Dano, is because you really covered it so well, is that you can do it for whatever reason. If it's a business, if it's a cause, if it's for fun, if it's to inspire others, if it's whatever reason it is. I love also what Aaron shared, that we have an opportunity to be storytellers. And that is huge. So I want to hear from each one of you. Just put your hand up and I'll go to what is the inspiration? And we'll start with you, Amy. What is the inspiration for having a show? Love it.
Well, I'm excited to mention Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris as well, because he is the reason that I am here. I hired him as my amazing coach, and he was helping me launch my book. And one day he says, when you're done your book, you're going to have your own TV show. And I was like, what? And he goes, you're going to have your own TV show. I'm like, no. We're just going to launch the book. You know? And I was only 2 weeks. Thank you for that. I was only 2 weeks after the book launch. And he's like, okay, it's time. And I'm like, you were serious? And next thing you know, I'm doing it, and it's in alignment with my purpose. And so I'm so grateful for this, for the opportunity, and forever grateful to Dr. Lauren Michaels Harris and Aaron. I got to meet him, Aaron Hymas, the CEO of this beautiful network, personally. I got to hang out with him for a few hours, and what a beautiful, genuine soul. Like, I couldn't be more proud to be part of this network and this group of people. So thank you.
You know, thank you for mentioning that. I say it all the time. And so you just validated what I am always saying about our network is something that it's hard to put your finger on it, except for when you keep hearing it from all the different hosts, is that this is a unique place to be. It is a place for us to be able to share a TV show, if you will. However, it is more than that. And you just hit the heart of it. And so thank you for that, Amy. Who would like to be next to share? Okay, we are going to go now to Diane. Diane, now, okay, so a little difference here. You have been on TV and been on huge platforms for TV. You've been on huge platforms on stage, you know, and here you are on E360 TV. So walk us through that.
Well, my background was in advertising and television sales. I worked in that industry for 32 years, and I've been around television my whole career. I was a media buyer, and I've, worked and represented every network. And then I also, as you're showing the picture right there, while I was working at ABC, I invented a kitchen product. And that was like out of left field, but it was my entryway into entrepreneurship. How the whole thing happened. That was just such a fluke and a lark, but obviously it was part of my journey and my destiny. And it ended up where I got invited to go on QVC, and we sold out in 6 minutes. And so when I'm telling my story, and now what I do is I actually teach people how to launch their own show. And because I started getting people asking, how are you doing this? How are you, I want to do it the way you do it. So TV has been in my world my entire life, and it changed me personally twice when I appeared on television. So, and I've known about the power of TV my whole career, but when I walked away from corporate to become a life and mindset coach, I thought I was walking away from the television industry. And I quickly realized, no, Diane, you've got to take all that experience into this new career, because why TV? Because it really does set you apart as the authority with credibility, many things. It has opened so many doors for me. And it really showcases you as the expert in a way that life and mindset coaching was new to me, in a new field that was really, really crowded. I said, how am I going to stand out? So I said, I'm going to launch a TV show. Now, what drew me to E360, as everyone is saying right here, Aaron and Aggie are the real deal. I had been thinking about it and shopping around, and there's OTTs and opportunities out there. But what I love so much about E360 was its ability to be live and video on demand. And I loved what I was seeing in there. And as you see, based on the panel that you picked today, we are all purpose-driven, mission-driven, in purpose and service to people. And that was the kind of environment that I wanted to be in. And so it's really been extraordinary, to the point where now I'm launching my own channel, as you know. So I don't want to get too far ahead of that, but now I'm creating I Have Today TV network coming up later this year, because of how good the relationship has been with both me to the network and the network to me. I've brought many hosts to them. I've trained many hosts, and it's a family. And so That's why I'm here, and extremely grateful that it's been an extraordinary experience for me and really changed my career. Yeah.
And I want to make something clear, because I don't know if people are understanding that I Have Today, your network, is still going to be affiliated with E1360 TV. I want to make that 100% clear, because it's like, oh, you're talking about it, and now, oh, you're leaving?
No. It's this is how good the relationship is with them, that they're giving the opportunity for hosts to start their own channel. And so I'm really excited and thrilled, and they're very supportive of that, because not to go too far off in the woods, but this is for anybody who's even thinking about this. Thanks, Carolyn. Anybody who's even thinking about having a show and you have no experience, do it. You can get the experience, you can get the training. And like Tamara said, it's the Wild West, but here's the thing. TV is very much alive. A lot of people think, oh, TV's dead. No. It is very much alive. Most of my viewership comes from people who are sitting in front of their television. They're not watching it on their mobile device or even on their laptop. They're sitting in front of TV watching I Have Today. And so that is a very, very powerful medium. It's a marketing tool. And the beautiful thing about television is it lives on forever. It lives on forever. It does not get buried in some feed, social media feed, the next day. It's a valuable asset that you get to give to the world. So I can't, thanks, Aline. I can't say enough good things about television. And that's why this is the whole, focus of me training women, bringing women, get your show on the air. You're already so talented. Why don't you have a television show? When you have a television show, you can reach so many more people and have much greater impact.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so very much. I'm actually picking the next person to come in, because it's a piggyback off in such a great way, because you have, LaWanna, you actually have your shows sponsored by your business, right? And so let's talk about why is it that you have 3 TV shows? Because I do know, wink, wink, I've had more than one at sometimes. I am one of those, and I have had some shows that, yes, I was live 7 days a week there for a while. However, right now I have one show 1 day a week. I am real excited about that. However, I know what it's like to be running, multiple different shows at one time, and you are sponsoring them all through your business. Let's talk about that.
Yes. Well, my business, I've been a serial entrepreneur for over 30 years. And through being blessed and the success that I've had, I'm using the medium of television and these 3 specific lanes of communication to help elevate and inspire women, to help bridge the generational gap that exists, the racial inequities that exist. I'm very passionate about trying to level the playing field so that women today can create, not only we hear the term create your best life. What does that really mean? Well, these shows unpackage that, whether you're in the business lane, whether you are a writer and you're trying to express that unique voice authentically and unapologetically, or if you're a person who's just sick and tired of the ash and trash that's around us, and you want to leverage your position, leverage your resources in order to affect change, whether it's societal changes, economic changes, bridging the gap between nations. It's also a platform for me to just create awareness, because my ultimate goal is to be in partnership, which I'm so excited it's coming up at the end of this year, with other nations, with the different departments of ministry. So this is a way for me to showcase men and women from around the world, and how I do it. It's in my lane of excellence, my zones of genius. So anyone who's thinking about starting their show, I encourage you to live where you thrive, meaning wherever your seat of excellence is, whatever you're passionate about, it becomes ease and flow. in your development and your programming. I also want to encourage those of you who are thinking about it is it's not just having intention, but it's being committed to being committed to that bigger message and carrying it all the way through, because we know there are a lot of people who start a lot of shows, podcasts, but when you look at the data, very few stay consistent. So whatever your why is, whatever it is that is driving you, be so wedded, so tuned in, sold out, tapped into it, as Abraham Hicks says, that nothing is going to cause you to be derailed from your ultimate vision. Because I truly believe, and I say this on every show, that when your vision and opportunity intersect, that success is inevitable. And so this is a platform for me to convey, or platforms for me to convey that message in multiple ways and to impact people from all generations.
I love it. I love it. And I'm just going to do a shameless plug here for Celebrate You, your group, because you really it just kind of brings it in on the whole international level. And you've been out there in such a huge way, and hats off to you, because, it is a commitment to make a difference for those that right now need that difference made. Yes. And you're out there actually doing it. So, hats off, and thank you for that. I am going to pick our next one. JC, Dr. James. Okay, so you yes, KCBQ. I am originally from San Diego, California. I grew up on KCBQ. Can I tell you, with an actual radio, not on my phone or on a computer somewhere. It was an actual radio. And so you've been doing the radio thing, and you and I kind of went on a phone call, and you went into how it is that you ended up on TV, because you're so amazing in your background and your books and your awards and everything. Why are you here on E360 TV, and why is it that you have a TV show? We want to hear from you.
Okay, let's start a little bit from beginning. The reason that I believe that I have a television show, radio show, or blessed, is because I give everything to our Lord and Savior. And it started out as I'm a writer, so I was out promoting one of my books, and I was asked to come into KCBQ to, just talk about my book. And I went in and I talked, and the host that had me, once we finished an hour show, I was like, thank you. And I was leaving. And as I was leaving, the general manager and the president, they sent their team like, hey, go get this guy. Bring him back up here. I saw these people coming toward me. I'm not going to tell you what I told you, Tamara, but I was like, okay, did I cuss on the air? I know. I said, did I say something wrong? Long and short of the story. He brought me into his office and asked me, he said, have you ever thought about having your own radio show, television show? I looked at him like he was crazy. Okay. I said, I did have a show back in the early 80s and 90s, but a long time ago. I said, no. He said, think about it. So I went home, told my wife. She laughed at me. And the next day, I get a phone call from this guy and said, hey, do you remember me? You was here? I said, yeah, but he said, did you think about what I said? I said, oh, you were serious? He said, open up your email. Open up my email. They had a 2-year contract. I said, you don't even know me. You don't have my bio or anything. So he said, I saw and I heard enough when you was here. From that point, I was a pre-recorded show. Within a year, he offered me a primetime show live across the country, 7 days, 5 days a week. And like, wow, I don't know what I'm doing. And so, but we developed into that. And as we grew, that opportunity came around where your voice needed to be heard, especially when you're talking positive. Because the name of the show was It's Your Life back then. And we just evolved into the power of positive thinking, just getting our messages out to everybody that we could. And we got invited to places, sponsorships, etc. And Lauren Mike is just like a couple other folks. I mentioned Lauren. Lauren invited me on his show. I went on Lauren's show, and he asked me about this, and I said, "Man, I'm not gonna do TV." But he talked me into it, and I met with Aaron, and I met with Aaron, and
he does. He talks you into it, right?
Yeah.
And so that's how that started. And the reason I'm here is because we want to encourage everybody to dream big, think big, and be big at everything that you do, and let everybody know that you're here for a purpose. You're here for a purpose, regardless of what you might think. You are here for a purpose. And in order for you to fulfill that purpose, you have to give back. I ain't talking about money or anything like that. Just kindness, just being responsible, respect, the most important thing. And so that's what we do, is we show everyone that you can do anything you set your mind to, but you got to want to. You can't do unless you want to.
I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And you do encourage people to dream big, think big, and be big. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So Jim.
Yes.
Jim Grant.
Thank you.
Okay. So you have 5 shows every single week, and you do have different co-hosts, and sometimes you're on the show, sometimes it's others. However, what inspired you to go on, a TV show? Yes, I hear in your voice, and I do know we've got a 10-minute, and we have a couple of people still. However, you have done radio and been very successful with it.
Yeah.
Why TV?
Well, actually, I backed into TV thanks to you, if you remember that early Saturday morning call. But it was a calling, and that is the most important thing in life, is that follow your calling in life. Because, use myself example, I'm not smart enough to figure that out, so I have to follow my calling in life. And I want to say also about what Diane talked about in television. Television gives you instant credibility. If you walk into a store and you're looking at product, and you see one that says, got a stamp, it says seen on TV, you automatically, hey, it's got to be better than the rest. And television is a great avenue. The people here at E13 TV, we're all family. And I just can't say enough about all the hosts and the people here. But the reason why I stay on TV, especially after my heart attack, when people wanting me, I heard more often about, you maybe should retire, Master Sergeant. And I'm 74 now, and do what? Grow tomatoes? I kept on because of the passion in my heart about the content of what I was covering. That was my motivating force. And when you do that, let me humbly say, I was contacted by some people over in the, let me just say, Asia, and they offered me a deal. And it sounded too good to be true. But they had seen me on TV. They liked me. They trusted me. And so I took a shot at it. And it's been very, very, very lucrative. My point being is that when you're focused on providing good content from the heart, and your focus is on maybe there's one person out there in TV land that you can touch and help that person in their hour of need, you're going to get paid for it. In blessings. Like Dr. James said, it's not going to be money, but down the road, you're going to be reimbursed. And it's going to be more than you expected. That's exactly what's happened to me. I've seen it happen to other people in their lives. So have the courage to step out and be the real you, because you have a story, you have a message, you have a life. You owe it to bring it to TV.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And yes, I'm proud. Yeah, you guys, I'm like Lauren in this case, I talked him into getting on TV. And yes,
4 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yes, it was. We're both early risers. Okay, Dano. Okay, so guys, see how this is going? You can be any age to have a TV show. You don't have to. Let's just say it this way. There are no blocks in having a TV show unless you are the one putting them up. any point of entry. So Dano, what inspired you? I know you already kind of told us you started this off, but what would you like to, let's let you kind of like your words of wisdom. You were there in the Stan Mansion. You were there with the youth of tomorrow through, you know, one of Lauren's programs, and you've been there at the Power of We. You've been there where you've done the shaking of the hands, and you've been there hosting with E360 TV. What would you say to those that right now are saying, okay, you guys might have me interested. I want to know a little bit more from that Dano guy. I want a little dose of his wisdom of why. So what would you like to share with everybody?
Yeah, most definitely. Just a little shameless plug. If you want an extra dose, Thursdays at 6 Eastern is where you can find my show, 2 hours before Thursday Night Football. But, you know, I'm going to be honest with you, as I always am. I didn't have any direction coming into having, you know, my own television show. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was just kind of going through the autopilot of life, so to speak, and I didn't have any direction. So when I took this on, I didn't know what was going to happen, but my life has changed complete 180. Been filled with blessings, great opportunities, great people. And, you know, I want to share a quick story with you. Number one, well, not number one, but here's the story. This week, I got a message, an email from somebody that I didn't even know existed in the world, where they saw my show, my episode from over a year ago. And when I received this email, I said, I remember the episode being, you know, absolutely amazing. But when you see the impact that you're going to have on other people, whether you think you can do it or not, that's what really drives everything. And I think through all the stories that we've heard, through all of our wonderful guests, that's the common denominator, is that number one, it helped me find my purpose, and I think it helped everybody else find their purpose. Number two, the opportunities have just been absolutely amazing. I've been, you know, granted the by the grace of God, like, you know, James said, just amazing opportunities with traveling as well. Like, I've been to Vegas a few times. I've been to Florida, Texas, South Carolina. I've been all over the United States because of E360. And, you know, I'm just very grateful. And I think whatever it is that you're doing, or if you're interested, just do it. You're not going to have everything figured out by episode number 2. Even right now, like, I had a couple technical problems. Like, I'm on my other laptop, I'm on my desktop because my laptop decided not to work. So that's why you see me, you know, looking over. But number one, you learn about yourself. You learn new things every day. You learn about technology. You learn what your strong suits are and some things that you need to work on. Number two, you raise the vibration of the world, because when all these people come together, we are healing ourselves, which, yes, as you guys already know, this is all like been therapeutic for you. I know it has been for me, so I can speak for you guys. So number two, you're raising the vibrations of the world. And number three, you're making a difference in somebody's life. So, I mean, that's really just the 2 or 3 minute spiel of it. But when you actually go through your growth and you see how you impact other people, there's no other feeling like it. So regardless of the money, yes, the money is a bonus, but when you have that inspiration, and not motivation, because that's, you know, external, but when you have that inspiration from what's inside of you, you have the world in the palm of your hand. So, you know, that's just, it's really hard to fit it in 2 to 3 minutes. But I'm just very grateful. And thank you guys as well for being, you know, for letting me be a part of this.
Excellent. Really well put and well said. I would like to let everybody take 10, 15, 20 seconds to say one last minute, one last pearl of wisdom, one more call to action for anybody that is thinking of having a show. Amy?
Yes, ma'am. Together we vibrate higher. Say yes. You're probably feeling it in your solar plexus. I agree with Jim. It is a calling. Take the fear with you. You're not going to stop being scared. Just do it anyways. And you get to have that gift of impacting the planet. And there's nothing better.
I agree. Diane?
Well, I can't say enough about TV. And if you're going to create something anyway, you probably have already. You probably have a book in you, or maybe a book out. And you have brilliance, knowledge, wisdom, experience that nobody else in the world has. And if you don't put it out in the biggest way possible, you're leaving behind the people that are seeking you. And they are seeking you, because I had no idea how many people needed me and were seeking me. So Get out there and tap into any one of us. We're all experienced, and I personally will be a TV host forever.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. JC?
Okay, purpose. We've mentioned purpose many, many times in here, but there is also an equation that goes with purpose. It's vision. Vision is what you can see. You might not be able to see because of roadblock is there, but you have to be able to look past that. Understanding is understanding what your purpose is. And focus is focusing on one step at a time to attain a desired goal and to meet your purpose. Dream big, think big, be big at everything you do.
I love it. Very well put. Okay, Jim. In fact, you should maybe put that on a t-shirt, JC. Okay, Jim.
Yeah, I'd just like to share, to people out there thinking about a TV show. Let me ask you one question. Is there one person that you'd like to have a heart-to-heart talk to that could help them in their hour of need? Whether you know the person or not, by name that is. If there is, then you have a mission, a calling in life. And all you have to do when you're on TV is look into that camera and have a heart-to-heart talk with one person at a time. And that's the real you that will come forward. And if you don't do that, ladies and gentlemen, you're cheating yourself out of the true riches of life. Give E1360 TV a call. You'd be glad you did. They're great people. And I'm just honored and thankful that Tamara Sue called me at 4 o'clock on a Saturday morning to invite me to come to E1360 TV.
Me too. Me too. Proud of
Thank
it.
you.
You're welcome. LaWanna.
Yes, I just want to tell everyone who's watching to remember what Diane said. TV is not going anywhere. It's how we're accessing it. And the great thing about technology, we can take it with us. We can watch it, any programming that we want on the go. And the most important thing that I can remind you is we are here for such a time as this. It is your right to leave legacy, to leave that indelible mark. And I believe that TV is one of those modalities that allow you to do that. It allows you to leave that forever ever message that your children's children can look back and smile at the change that you made through the words that you shared, through the guests that you spotlighted. And I want to say thank you to E1360 for welcoming me to the family and to all of these amazing panelists that I cannot wait to get to know even more. And to you, Tamara, thank you so very much.
Well, thank you. And we have expanded our time plus a little bit. And I'm sure, wink, wink, that Aaron will forgive us this once. However, I want to just say, if you have watched this and are feeling at all inspired, check us out. Check all of these amazing hosts. Watch their shows. Go to e360.com. Watch on demand. Watch them live. Get involved because you will be touched, because I know I have, by each and every one of them. Thank you so very much all for watching. Be here next week for another amazing panel. Bye.